Hello there. So I've been meaning to make this update video for a while. I kind of forgot about it because I started to do other things. But I made it to 100. I actually made it to 100 quite a while ago. See if I can find a screenshot of it to show. Should be here. Yeah, there we go. 100, 14 days, 9 hours, almost 3 million monsters killed. I don't think I actively played for 14 days. It's like I leave the I leave the game on while I go and do other things to not miss trades and stuff like that. But um, I made it to number 51 on the softcore leaderboard. I don't think anyone cares about that leaderboard that much. Like a lot of people quit before they even get close. Um, but I persisted and made it there. So for me, it was personally it was a huge achievement because I've never been anywhere close to any leaderboard in PoE before. But I think the only reason that there are not more people on this leaderboard is because it takes such a huge amount of time. So a lot of people just think that it's wasted. And honestly, if I knew before I started how long it would take, if I would just have it down on paper, it's like this is how long it's gonna take you, I wouldn't have done it. It's like there were many times, like even when was leveling from 98 to 99, where I was like, "Ah, I should just make another character because I was getting kind of tired of running around and one-shotting entire screens with Nova projectiles and stuff like that. But I didn't want to give up, so I thought I'd share some things uh, that I discovered along the way. Um, Corrupted zones are really good for experience, but they're also among one of the few things that could kill me. Because on my character, the only things that could actually kill me was if I got stuck. So if I killed a screen of monsters and I wasn't careful enough and I ran into and then beyond the monsters spawned under me and I got stuck in them, and it's like it had to be in a map with really tanky map mods like evasive and extra health. So they had to not die in one hit. So basically, I had to be magic monsters that surrounded me and then either got me knocked off the Roa or killed me. But having corrupted monsters is almost like having it's not twice as many monsters, but I would say it's an equal modifier to having like 30-40% extra experience on your map by just how many more monsters it adds. And from running so many tier 60 maps that did not have a lot of pack size on them, because I had to buy pretty much whatever I could get my hands on to be able to run tier 16 all the times. So when I had like 30% experience to go and I had a lot of money, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy maps that have at least 30-40% pack size. That also made a huge difference, which is also why the pack size maps are cost more. So I already knew that going in, but I didn't think it would affect experience numbers by that much. I think at the final, what made me actually push. So I played deep into the night to get 100, and what made me do it was that I found 2 4 tower overlaps over corruption zones, and I was like, if I just do these, I'll get 100 for sure. And in 4 tower overlaps, like I had a lot of maps that had 120% increased experience, 90%, a lot of 60s, some of them in corruption, some of them in not. But I managed to average around 12 million experience during that time. That was like the highest average over a long duration that I had on from 99 to 100. Most of the time I was sitting around somewhere between 5 and 8. Like 5, maybe 4.5 even on travel maps that had either just 20% or no experience. Um, so what I think I died in total 4 times, I think, from 99 to 100. It was like two times to just getting stuck in monsters in the way that I described before. One time, Kosis jumped up out of nowhere, threw a fireball at me that one-shot me. I looked at the mods on the map, and I was like, there are no damage mods on this map. So I guess he must have gotten really lucky or something. I'm not sure how that happened because like I've gotten hit by that before and it didn't kill me. But after that, I was like really careful when I saw him without any headhunter stacks or whatnot and ran the other way. Came back when I had stacks and shrines. Then one time I died to being stupid. It's like I got the game paused, froze up on me, and then I got the bug where it stopped being paused, and I kept moving in a direction. I was like, nah, I'm safe. I'm not gonna die here, and I just died instead of just logging out and logging back in again. It would have been better. But I finally did it. Unless they do something with experience, I don't think I will ever go for 100 again. Maybe if they do something about the fact that you have to run tier 16s. Well, you don't have to, but if you don't run tier 16s, you're not gonna be able to push more than like 2 mil an hour. And at that pace, it's going to take like 300, 400 hours to get to 100. So unless something has changed, I don't think I'll ever go for 100 again. I feel like 98 is a pretty good soft cap for when you should consider your character to be done, unless you want to sink half your life into the grind. It's like, probably better to just make another character at that point. And like today they released the change of the Atlas tree, or not the tree, but the Atlas, so that you don't put tablets into towers anymore. You have them in the maps. I'll just do a short note on what I think about the change overall. It's like this visual you see right here, right? It's nice in a way. Like it's a nice visualization rather than like in PoE 1, you just have an item, you put it into a device, and boom, you have a map. It's an extra click to do this, of course, but it looks better, and it's probably more enticing as a new player to get into this than to just like, well, yeah, you put things into this, and then you get into a zone, and then things happen. Like, I think this is like more visually like pleasing, and it looks better. But there's like you're still gonna want to travel over to corruption zones and cleanse them and get more currency that way. So travel maps are still going to be a thing. It's just that now you're just traveling towards corruption. And it's like here you have to run like 5 maps, then you're in the corruption, then you cleanse it, and then all of a sudden, then you get to experience the full juice that is available. And here you have to run like 5, 6 maps, and you're in corruption again. And then it's like, and then there's this huge stretch before you see the next corruption. It's like that's what it's going to be. You're going to be chasing corruption instead of chasing towers. So it's less tedious in a way, but I mean it's still a small part of the problem still persists, where it's like you don't get to full juice all the time. but the ceiling will be lower and the floor have been raised in a way. Uh, One thing I don't like is that they decided to. So if you see here, it's like this looks like a Sudoku table or something. Uh, why I don't see the reason why they have different charges on them, different amount of uses for the tablets. So I feel like this is just unnecessary inventory management because you're going to be sitting there like I have three good tablets I want to run. One of them has 18, one of them has 13, one of them has 14. And then you're going to have to remember to swap them out in between. I don't think anyone is going to like that sort of micromanagement. It's like, yeah, sure, if you recombine tablets, they I haven't tried it actually, but it's supposed to work like that. If you recombine them, they I actually can't. Why not? Does it have to be? Oh, there we go. Hmm, why did it only get 10? Okay, that didn't work as I thought it would. I thought it would. They said that it would. It's like if I have one that has one use remaining, one with 5 uses remaining, and one with 3, I should get up to 9. Hope I did the math right. But it seems like it caps out at 10. I feel like they should have just made it so that like 10, 12, 15 is the baseline, and that's it. And so all your tablets run out at the same time, and then you get to put them back in. Because now this is just going to be an amount of tedium that is unnecessary. And I also really don't enjoy the fact when you go into a map, let's just go into a map here. I'm down in gear now, so I might die. You don't see rares anymore on the map. And after doing thousands and thousands of maps, I can tell you that if we disregard league mechanics, because I don't have the proper data for that, but if you just take a normal map, 95 or maybe even more percent of the loot in that map is going to come from the rare monsters. And a small portion of that is going to be from the map boss. The map boss might be like 5 or 10%, depending on how many rares you've juiced up the map with. And then league mechanics can, well, vary a lot. But now it's like, if you clear a map normally and you go to where you can see that you want to go, so like you find your league mechanic of choice that you've added, maybe you've added 2, you do those 2 league mechanics, and then you go to the boss. You might have only cleared half of the map and found half of the rares, but you will be hard pressed to go back into the map and try to find those rares that are hiding in the nooks and crannies, because you can't see them, so it feels inefficient to do so, but you're losing a lot of potential from not killing them. If you would have known where they were from the beginning, as you did prior to this patch, it's a lot more efficient. It's like I just felt that on my solo self-found character that I made, that I can also just show for fun's sake. I just felt like instantly I felt uh, like it wasn't as fun to play, and I felt like I got less loot from my maps right off the get-go. And I'm not using any tablets yet on this character. Uh, Not really. Like I'm adding ritual, I think, but nothing else. And I don't know. It just it feels odd. So I've gone from being completely addicted, playing every day, every hour that I've had available to me, to not feeling like playing the game because of the change of not knowing where the rare monsters are. Which might seem weird to some people. I think the reason that they did it was to improve like visual clarity and like not wanting you to. It's like not wanting you to just look at the minimap and not actually look at the game. But I mean, if that's their reasoning, they could lock the minimap to be up here. Um, like they do in D4. It's like looking at the game, like it is actually pretty visually stunning a lot of the times. And if they want to go for more visceral combat, whatever, like sure, like I understand the argument, but as it's been, uh, as PoE has been for ages, it's like when it boils down to it, once your character is strong enough, I don't even look at the game anymore. I look at the minimap, I look at the layout, I run a couple screens, I click one button, uh, one shot that screen, and move on, and then I click that text with different colors, and then I go out. So I can see what they're saying, but then it would have to commit to that and slow the game down more because yeah, I don't know. I'm not very happy with the change. I think all in all, it's gonna be better to not have to chase down quad tower overlaps and whatnot, but just losing the rares on the map is a huge hit in enjoyability in my book. I would rather see them add every rare to the map, like including rares that spawn from mechanics and stuff like that, because they're not. It's not easy to discern a rare from all of the other mobs. Like they would have to make them stand out way more. Uh, yeah, I don't think I will be playing that much more for now. I played a little bit as SSF, but I can't find it in me to keep pushing further. Like it is, if I keep playing for a long while, I can fix the survivability issues on this character. But then again, I don't really have a goal, so I tried making another character, but we'll see. And we'll see if I keep making content for a different game. If I make something for PoE1, I don't feel like I'm as knowledgeable about PoE1, so I don't feel like I have more to share. It's like I could make more video. I could make videos that are way more focused on just making currency and like small tips for efficiency and stuff like that. But I've been trying myself to move away from that and try to play more for what's fun and what's enjoyable and try to not uh, optimize the fun out of the game. But I think that's it for me. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. Maybe before the next league in like 3 months. Uh, Bye.